right, so we'll move up the body a little bit, starting from the toes, working your way up. Or you can do the opposite. You can start up and work down. But for now, tuck your toes under, coming into toe breaker pose, quote unquote. This is where I get to say I don't make this stuff up to torture people. Find your breath. Interlace the hands behind the back, or you can grab a hold of your clothing if that's not available to you today. Draw the ribs in, draw the shoulders back, extend the arms for a moment. Let the head gently draw side to side. And then take a breath in. Try to keep the hands where they are, but let them loose so they don't pop out. But instead, you activate and keep them together for 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and come out of your toe breaker. Sit on the tops of the feet. Make sure your knees are happy with this kneeling situation. Take the fingertips behind you. Draw the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart and the gaze. And even maybe the hips for a moment. Inhale. Exhale. Lower. And come into child's pose. All right, so if your lower back is a bit cranky today, which I know some of you have had a little bit of lower back stuff, you want to avoid flexion through the lower back. So I would just kind of come forward and lengthen the spine, lengthen the crown of the head away from the tailbone, rather than allowing the sacrum to get stretched in a rounded shape. That's flexion. All right, come on up. One more toe breaker, just for good luck. Tuck the toes under. Knees can be together or a little apart, and then lean back. Interlace the fingers and hook the opposite thumb on top. For most of us, that's the left thumb. Shoulders up and back, elbows in, extend the arms, limit the jutting out of the rib cage and the bum. So draw the tailbone towards the pubic bone. Take one more breath here. And then exhale, once again, release without letting the arms pop out too much. And hold there for 3, 2, 1, and you're out of there. Come back to the tops of the feet. Lean back, sit back. You can take your palms down, tailbone forward, and move a little bit side to side, easing into your practice this morning. And just a little bit of movement that feels good. As I've said before, I have suggestions and some ideas. The yoga begins with listening and listening to what your body needs today, and especially in this format. Feel free to follow your bliss or listen to your pain and do your own variations. Right? So bringing the hands forward, slowly extricate yourselves. Plant the feet, take your time. Now, if your lower back is cranky, please come halfway slowly. If your lower back is quite all right, we'll keep it that way. Bend the knees quite a bit and let the head and neck release. Tailbone to the ceiling, crown of the head to the mat. Couple of breaths, and feel free to indulge any movement that feels nice. Once again, you can alternate with bending one knee and then the other. I love moving the shoulders a bit here, or the chin. Little Stevie Wonder action through the head. That's a reference for my generation. Maybe flubber the lips, let it go. And then everyone take your hands onto your lower thighs, above the knees. Lengthen the spine. We'll come up with a straight spine, or at least a long spine. Come on up. Good, and then the shoulders naturally want to do a little bit of rotation. So we will indulge that. And just because we started with the feet doesn't mean we're ignoring the beleaguered vasanismena upper body. Beautiful. Let's do one more. Good. And then step the foot back, whichever you like. I'm doing the right side. And bend the knees. So I'm pressing the top of the foot down. Most of you have done this with me before. As you know, it's been one of my favorites for a while. We're going to press the top of the foot down, hug the heel in so it's not splaying out to the side. And then interlace the fingers and round the upper back, drop the chin. You could even curl the tailbone forward a little bit. Couple of breaths, let the head go, soften the mouth. And then inhale, arms reach up, press the front foot down. Exhale, release, tuck the toes, keep the knees bent for a moment, as if you were, I don't know, what do you do like this? Getting ready to sprint. And then release, shake it out. And step the other foot back. And do your best to have access to the top of the foot, not just the toes. So that may involve taking it further back and bending the knee a little more. And then drop the tailbone, interlace the fingers with the non-habitual thumb on top. And once again, really round the upper back, right? So we've been conditioned to be afraid of flexion. This is the kirtoma, the rounding. But in fact, it's also necessary and needed, right? So a lot of what our instructions in yoga and in the movement world is based on aesthetics, not function. So we need to be able to round and spread the upper back just as much as to lift it and present it. Slowly release, tuck the toes, lift the heel of whatever's left of the foot, maybe lean back a little bit, or a lot. And let it go. And then release everything. Once again, come into your standing forward fold. Lower back, people, nice long spine, engaged abdomen always. And then for the rest, relax the head, relax the brain. Shift the weight slightly forward of the heels. Take your hands down and come back to all fours. Arms are strong and engaged. Index fingers for today will be parallel to one another. I'm just lubricating the hips and knee joints. So we're going to inhale towards puppy pose. Toes are tucked. And exhale to cat, rounding the spine. Drop the head. Again, inhale, lengthen from tailbone to crown. Exhale, drop the head, round the spine. Push the floor away. 3 more like that on your own. Allowing the exhale to guide and inspire the movement rather than follow it. So I start to breathe out and then I pull forward. And I start to inhale and I draw back. Yassou approves of this technique. 1 more. We like cat pose. What can we say? And when I say 1, I mean a couple. And then you can stick with that or come to half plank as you exhale. You can stick with that or do a baby push-up and kiss your kitty. Inhale back. Now, if your knees are sensitive and aren't liking this, make your movement smaller and or add padding. And 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. And we're going to lower slowly. Tops of feet down, shoulders back. All the way to the floor. And then pause there for a moment. How nice it feels to be resting. Making a pillow with the hands. Rest your forehead or either cheek. And bend the knees and windshield right the lower limbs side to side. So we're massaging the digestive organs a little bit. The quadriceps, the hip flexors. Nice and easy, nonchalantly, like a spring day. And then you can alternate one and then the other, or take a few circles. Just let everything loose for now. Reverse your circles if you've opted in for those. Good. And then extend the legs, tops of feet stay down. Palms underneath the shoulders, low cobra, shoulders back. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, lower. All right, so hardly any weight on the hands for now. Shoulder blades together. Inhale, open the face and chest forward. Exhale, lower slowly. Head comes up last. One more. Inhale. And this time, exhale, a little bit of pressing with the hands. Walk your hands back. Get organized for puppy pose. Take a breath here. Extend and lengthen. And then exhale, easy downward facing dog, which I understand is not easy for most of us. Right? Nothing good ever was. So if you're noticing that all the weight is forward, bend your knees more. Right? So we do want to lengthen the tailbone away from the crown of the head. And you know, this might be weeks or months that you work with a bent knee downward facing dog. There are other shapes that don't have so much weight bearing on the shoulders that are more appropriate to stretch your hamstrings. So shine your tailbone back, and then keeping the left knee bent, everyone, drop your right heel. Notice if the weight shifted to the left palm, keep pressing evenly through both hands. One more breath, getting into the calves, in case you didn't notice, and then switch. Let the head go, press evenly through both hands. Good. And then bend both knees, inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the right foot forward and take the left knee down. So we're coming into our 90-90 position, 90 degrees, and definitely use padding. You can grab a cushion, have it handy, or double up if you have the mat. Tailbone drops, moving into quadriceps and hip flexors. So we're just going to do like a passing through of the body. And no, it's not going to take us 3 hours. No. So a little bit of front to back movement. So staying within the 90-90-ish gives us access to the more subtle sensations through the hip flexor, hopefully. Beautiful. And then taking your hands to the front leg, draw the tailbone forward, lift the chest, engage the abdomen, stay here, or take the hands down. Now notice I'm allowing my knee to come forward, right? You know how they say in yoga classes, oh, the knee must be in 90-degree angle only to keep it safe. And that makes no sense for me because, you know, every time we go up one step or staircase, the knee's at less than 90 degrees, up or down. So stretching the Achilles for a couple of breaths, open the chest, drop the heel. You could even encourage it with your thumb to drop. And then take your hands inside the leg, pull the hips back, tailbone back, heart stays forward, lift the front foot, the right foot for most of you. And then bring it down and up a few times. If you like, you can move into your cat-cow here. So inhaling, shoulders back, heart forward. Exhaling, navel in, tailbone back. Right, so inhaling, hips come forward, heart comes forward. Exhale, lifting the foot, send the hips back. Good. And I know that, you know, you kind of are looking up at the screen, but see if you can lengthen the back of the neck. Right, so you're not allowing the chin to jut forward. Just a couple more times. See if, once again, you can allow the breath to initiate the movement. Moving towards straight leg, if that's appropriate for you today. And not worrying if it's not. And we're going to stay back, right? So you can take one hand to the leg if you're sort of high up here. That's great. Press the heel down even as you send the tailbone back. Relax the mouth. Mima brisete mesasas. One more breath. And then inhale, bend the knee, plant your palms. Exhale, downward facing dog, right leg can go back and up. Just for a moment. You can shake it out. Bring the feet together. Take the heels to the left and the toes to the right. Heels towards the floor. Lengthen the spine. Take a breath. Inhale to center, feet are together. Take the heels to the right, toes to the left. Take another breath. Inhale, bend both knees, look forward, send your sits bones back. Exhale, knees down, half plank. Hips come forward of the knees. Inhale, pause, push the floor away with your hands. Exhale, slowly lower, shoulders back. Bring the thighs, the pubic bone, and the navel down. Ah. Locust pose. Inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, stay there because it's like the best thing we could possibly do in the modern age. Inhale, if you have space, you can reach the arms out to the side like superwoman or man. Exhale, reach back as if you were swimming. Again, inhale, you can even reach them forward. Make sure lower back agrees. Exhale, press it back. And then I realize I'm doing the yoga voice, and I'm going to go back to doing Tina voice. Inhale forward. Exhale, no, just kidding. Exhale back. Inhale, lift everything up just a bit. Exhale, press your hands down. Push the floor away. Come into puppy pose or downward facing dog. Couple of breaths. Feel your hip, left to right, hips left to right, your legs. Notice a difference, if any. Take a breath in. Exhale, knees down. Quick crack, crickety. Left foot forward. Take your hands to the right side of your mat and step forward. And once again, coming to 90-90, more or less. Right hip over knee, left knee over ankle. Tailbone drops, shoulders can come back for a moment. And once again, by all means, I don't really need it, but better to be safe and happy. Right? So, why not? Right? This is one of the ways that we can indulge in self-care is to do stuff preventatively. Not only that, it's also in classical yoga. Heyam dukam anagatam, Patanjali. Right? So the most important yoga text, classical yoga text anyway. Right? So future suffering be avoided. There's no verb, so we can insert can or should. Right? So if I know something might be painful, maybe I can do something about it before it's actually like upon me. Okay? Good. Beautiful. Breathing, breathing. I forgot what we did on the first side. I think that's all we did, just a little bit of rocking. And if not, it's not the end of the world. And then if someone wants to show me, sometimes I have it. Oh, right. Yeah, we take the hands down and we do the thing. That's right. We didn't do like a craziness up here. That's what I was wondering. Thank you. Right, so yeah, here we go. So think of cat and cow, right? So if I hide my left leg, it's almost like, okay, I'm going to inhale and lengthen, exhale and round, right? Except I'm adding a little bit of movement through the pelvis. I'm going to inhale forward and exhale round. Unless my lower back hurts, in which case I want to keep lengthening. Unless something else seems like it would be more fun as well. Always. Right? So in my live classes, I always encourage people to do a little bit of their own thing within the realm of what I'm offering. But especially now, you guys are at home, whether you're here today or watching the video, definitely use my suggestions as sort of exploratory beginnings, and then take it wherever the body wants to go. If you're breathing and it's feeling kind of good or kind of challenging, that's perfect. Stay back, that said. Right, and once again, you come up higher if need be, keep the knee bent if need be, or you can start to press the heel down, even maybe pull it back isometrically, which means that it could pull the mat back, but it's not because it's pushing down. Couple of breaths. Relax the shoulders and the mouth. Shine the toes out. Be grateful I'm not doing other variations here, like internal and external rotation. Some of you know what I'm talking about. One more breath in and out. And then slowly coming forward, get organized, plant the palms, take a breath in, exhale, down dog. Left leg can sweep up if that's fun. Crickety, crackety, crunk, crack, crack. Good. And then take a couple of breaths here, or down dog, child's pose, puppy, or something in between. Find a little bit of movement, find a whole lot of breath. You can wag your tail a little bit. Good. And then inhale, knees down or half plank, with half plank or plank. Exhale, stay there. Push the floor away, spread the fingers, lengthen the back of the neck. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower down. Knees can come down or not, shoulders back. One locust, inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, take a few rotations with the wrists and the ankles. Quick crack. And reverse. And then maybe a little bit of swimming with the legs. Maybe the arms reach forward. One more breath in, lift everything a little higher. And exhale, drop it. Make a pillow with the hands, rest either cheek or forehead. All right, that's enough rest. Come into Sphinx pose, please. See, I said please. Press the elbows forward, drop the tailbone down. And now, especially if the lower back is a little itsy-bitsy, squeeze your buttocks, press the tops of the feet down, draw the shoulder blades together and down. Good, now take your left forearm on the diagonal, so you have a little support. So it's middle finger towards the corner of your mat, if you have a mat. And then lean back, and you can grab a hold of something back there. Maybe just your bum. So pulling the heel in, right? Variation option 1. Or foot, right? Activate the toes wherever you are. Take a moment, notice if you've shifted all the way to the left. Press the pubic bone down, both hips press down, heart is lifted. Press the foot into the hand for a moment, stretch the shoulder, breathe. Spread the toes, and then pull the heel in, maybe start to bend the elbow. And then find something right in the middle, stay there, happy medium, ejercito mi. Maybe lift the knee a tiny bit. Ooh. And then keeping everything as is, Leodora, release. Lift the knee for 3. Keep the heel close to your bum, 2, 1, and extend. Forearm plank, it can be done on the knees or not. So take a minute, press the elbows down, forearms are parallel once again, shoulders back. Inhale, exhale, lift your hips, right? So we're not like doing this type of thing. Hips are forward, collarbones wide, stay here or press the heels back as you lengthen the crown forward. For 3, very briefly. 2, slowly come down and Sphinx pose. Suddenly seems like a holiday. Find your breath, slow it down a touch. Good. And then take your right forearm parallel to the front edge of your mat. Use the exhale, bend the knee. And then once again, you could reach back and take a hold of your tush, the hamstring, or the foot. Inner or outer is fine. So your thumb can be facing down or up. Activate the toes, press the foot into the hand enthusiastically. Notice if your right leg fell asleep, activate it. And then pull the heel in, maybe bend the elbow. Consider lifting the knee slightly, pressing the 2 hip points, the frontal hip bones down enthusiastically once again. Right leg is strong, breath is smooth. And then keep everything as is, do your best, and release. For 3, squeeze the heel in, 2, 2, and release. Shift side to side. You can do a little windshield wipers once again. This is one of my old teachers. She's like, this is my favorite hip opener. Right? We talk about hip openers often, it's got to be like this huge, big thing, when in fact, our hips are in sort of an easy extension. Take a moment and enjoy. Beautiful. Come into a little back bend. It can be a locust or a cobra or an up dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, use the hands, press back through plank or puppy to downward facing dog. Slowly walk the feet forward. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Long spine if lower back is tricky. Press through the feet. Come up strong. Inhale. Come on up. You can reach the arms if you like that. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Pause there for a moment and notice. Okay, so take a moment and notice the way that the feet connect to the mat and the earth, and the way that the breath moves through the back body as you inhale and reconnects to center as you exhale. I'm going to shake it out. We're going to take the feet, heels about sitting bone distance apart, so a little less than hip distance. Press your seat to the right, so moving up into the hips a little more. And inhale, center. Exhale to the left. And center, again right. Exhale, release the arms and release left ear to left shoulder. Think of a marionette without strings here. Play with the angle of your head. Find something that works. Stay there for another breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, hips to the other side. Press the heels down. Reach the arms out. Relax the mouth. Deepen your exhale. And then slowly come center. Few rotations with the hips. In America, we have a thing called the hokey pokey. I think it involves this type of, when we do the hokey pokey. Right, so let the arms go free, let the shoulders go free. Stabilize through your core. And then I love to let go of the upper body, right? Especially in days that I've been at the computer or, binge watching whatever, which I haven't been doing a whole bunch. I'm waiting for that though. It'll happen. And just let everything go, as if you were stirring a big old pot with your tailbone and releasing the head and neck and shoulders, and reverse that. And a sigh might be good somewhere here. It's moving the body through ranges of movement that we don't normally spend a whole lot of time in. Beautiful. Slow it down. Slowly come to center. And then, I see a few of you are in a bit of a dancing mood, so I'm happy to democratize and honor that. So take a moment and give your adrenal glands those adrenals, the epinephrida, and the hips, a little bit of tap. And lively, a little bit of, and the hip, and you can also do your nephra, your kidneys, a little bit higher. Okay. And you can make it bigger if that feels like you would enjoy it, or you can make it smaller, or whatever you want. Just a few seconds of a little bit of free movement. And then we're going to use a little bit of sound and tapping to start to get into the chest. And once again, the parasympathetic state. So start to make the movement a little smaller. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Nonchalantly. And usually the body kind of likes this. Doesn't really want to stop. Have you noticed? So we just do this for the rest of our time. And before we get into that, let's do the bouncing, right? So feet can be together a little apart, and then let everything go. Let
Let the arms go, let the shoulders go. A little bit of bouncing. And if it feels good, you can raise and drop the heels. Yassou approves of this one. You want to bounce with us? You can bounce. Bounce, 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 bounce. We won't be doing that again. Yeah, really let the shoulders go. And usually I like 3 breaths in for the 80, or 4 breaths in, or 1 breath in for each bounce, for 4 bounces, 1 breath out for each bounce. Oh, Yassou, you've seduced me and I can't think straight, Mama. Yeah, I love you. Keep going for a little bit. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. You can shake it out, shake out your shoulders. You can do like a little 90s rap type thing. Yeah. Good. Just let it go. Like especially if you had a little bit of tension, a little bit of anger or irritation, like quarantine. Good. And a little faster. And stop. And pause. Slow the breath down. Slow the movement down. Active hand to your sternum or chest. Other hand to your navel or a little higher to your solar plexus. You can allow for a little bit of swaying still. Feel your heart beating. Coming back to her lesson and teaching how she is constantly receiving and giving an equal measure. And affirming and reaffirming the fact that making a little bit of time, carving a little time out of our days for ourselves will enable us to fully serve and be present for everyone. And this is one of our jobs right now, to take care of ourselves. And by staying home, doing all these things we're advised to do, take care of others. And by showing up to these classes, we're taking care of each other as well. Thank you for being here. Good. That sounds like a good ending for the recording, actually, which I didn't plan on, but there you go. So thank you for practicing with Yassou and Tina.